The girl was still asleep, but her body is slowly sliding down, and she was falling from a height of 10,000 meters. If she falls from this position, without a trace, she felt something was wrong, and instantly woke up, but it was too late. But then an accident happened. She slowly opened her eyes, but the girl's pupil suddenly dilated, and suddenly stood up, and grabbed the rope tightly, and her heart was beating rapidly. He realized that he was at a height of 10,000 meters. Without falling, thanks to the rope in front of him, he tried to call for help from the man, but he was curled up in the basket, without saying a word. The ice on the rope was slowly melting. Falling from this height, there won't be any scum left. She swung her legs desperately to go back. With continuous efforts, she finally approached the basket. The girl kicked with all her strength, and then her body was bounced away. Finally, she used inertia to hook the rope. She used all her strength to climb into the basket. Before she could recover, she crawled towards them. She called the man over and over again, but it was too late. The girl couldn't believe it. There was no heartbeat. Just as he was about to despair, the man miraculously woke up. Looking at the girl's scarred hands, and the balloon that had returned to normal, he knew that he climbed to the top of the balloon, that he closed the valve. The two survivors, they excitedly discussed the future, but not long after, they suddenly found that the snowflakes that had originally fallen had stopped and started to jump up. The girl realized that it's the hot air balloon descending too fast. At this speed, they would definitely be smashed to pieces. She makes men throw things out. Sandbags, rescue ropes, life is at stake, and threw them all down, even throwing out some heavy coats. But the speed of the hot air balloon was getting faster. Seeing that they were about to fall together, the man asked the girl to climb onto the ring, and he followed with a dagger. He's going to cut off the heaviest hanging basket. As the man's movements became faster and faster, the hanging baskets were also cut one after another. Watching the ground get closer, the man became more and more anxious. With the last rope being cut, the speed of the hot air balloon gradually slowed down. But the experienced girl knew that it's not enough. The speed was still too fast. At such a high distance, it was impossible for them to survive. Under the man's astonished gaze, the girl resolutely stood on the edge of the iron ring. She was going to risk her life. Let the man live. The man was broken. The boy looks at the balloon at the crucial moment. Suddenly thought of something. While shouting, "Or don't die, or live together," he grabbed hold of the balloon rope and cut through it. The hot air balloon instantly turned into a parachute and slowly descended. The two who had just escaped death, they couldn't hide their excitement. Before they could celebrate, a new trouble came. But this time, the two were no longer afraid. They held each other's hands and plunged fearlessly into the forest. After an unknown amount of time, the two finally woke up. They limped towards each other and then supported each other towards home.